What's rockin' and rollin', everybody? How's it going? My name is Rockin and I am the coach of the Minnesota Spikings. Today we are battling for Week 8 of the Rocket Draft League, and we are facing the Grayling Vikavolts. So, little context prior to this battle. I just got off work, and I kind of had to rush to get the team in game and whatnot. So, kind of just doing this last second. I had a really busy last few days. And I am also in the middle of a thunderstorm. So if you hear any thunder in the background or if my power just straight up goes out, then that is a thing that could very well happen. All right. So I put up on the layout what I thought he was going to bring. Looks like we got majority of it right. The only thing is no Celebi, and we do see a Sableye. So I am okay with that. Honestly, I feel like he's gonna either want to lead with his Snake to get his rocks up, or he might just want to lead with his Dracovish and hit things hard. So I see no reason. I could lead Blastoise. Do have a Shell Smash set, which is really cool. It looks like we're actually at level 100 instead of level 50, interesting enough, but I'm down for it. I don't care. Yeah, given all his potential leads and whatnot, I'm just going to lead with Comfey, maybe get a U-turn off, something like that. I don't really know. I'm just kind of going into this with whatever. Definitely a lot of offensive pressure bringing today. I did not bring any hazards of my own, which kind of sucks, but I do have defog on Comfey should we need it. So yeah, got the banded Terrakion on deck. Oh, actually, I'm just noticing on the layout that I have Jirachi on here when it should actually be Comfey. So yeah, so we get the lead absolutely wrong, and that is unfortunato. So what do we do here? We really don't have that great of switch-ins against this thing. He can pretty freely just click a poison move. So I don't really want to have Arcanine get chipped, but I also don't want this thing nasty plotting. So we are just going to go into Arcanine, because I really like contradicting myself and second-guessing things. Probably going to take a big meaty Sludge Bomb here. He could just fire off Toxic and put us on a timer. He could also just Nasty Plot. Okay, so he's going to substitute, which is totally fine. Not particularly crazy about that. We're just going to Bulldoze. Going to reveal that we're Scarfed very early. He's probably going to Toxic us, and then next turn he's probably going to Protect. So that is totally fine. We'll break the sub, we'll take a Toxic, and then he's probably going to Protect here to get a little chip on us, and then the next turn he's probably going to switch into Corviknight. If he wants to switch into Corviknight this turn, I am totally fine with it. And then honestly, he's probably just going to U-turn back out into Salazzle if I had to guess. This thing can absolutely just straight up beat our team, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Oh, he actually did not Protect, and he just straight up let this thing die. I am very curious about that. Unless he had absolutely no speed in it and he didn't think we were Scarfed. He maybe was expecting us to switch playing some head games or something. I am not going to complain by any means. If he brings in Dracovish here, straight up, it probably just gets a kill. I really don't want Blastoise taking a Vicious Rend. He could go Corviknight knowing that we're locked in, and he does, and I am okay with that. Because for Corviknight, I have a Skunk Tank that I am kind of realizing here can't beat it. So yeah. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Let's actually go Blastoise. See what happens. This thing can't poison us. This thing can't Toxic. I think he might want to Iron Defense. Oh, he's going to Bulk Up. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm just going to Shell Smash in this thing's face. I know he's got a Sableye in the back that can kind of cripple us. but my game plan kind of going into this was just be super offensive with things and just kind of make this a shot-for-shot battle to where Arcanine or Terrakion or Flapple can kind of clean up. I definitely don't want to mess around with this thing. So, because if it gets set up, it can be very, very threatening. I'm okay with him just bulking up, being +2/+2. That's fine. His only switch into this is the Dracovish. And Dracovish can't revenge us. So we're looking pretty good so far. If he's max Spadef, I don't think this is going to kill. Kind of wishing I had Hydro Pump right now. But, oh my god, that does nothing. And he's just going to body press, but I'm okay with this. We don't particularly care about that. So we are just going to spam Surf. Ultimately, he can play the recover game if he wants. Either this thing gets super chipped down, or, you know, he puts us in torrent range and we kill it. So I'm thinking that first one actually looks like it was kind of a low roll, so we do two-shot it, which is awesome sauce. He does have the Sableye, which could come in and paralyze us. Would be unfortunate, but we took out essentially what was kind of his biggest threat, in my opinion. Or his two biggest threats to our team. So this thing kind of comes in. I could keep Blastoise healthy and not get paralyzed, but I kind of just want to get this thing wet. He is Trick. Are we getting a Lagging Tail here? Oh, we got an Iron Ball. I'm actually kind of curious, because with the +2 speed, I do think we're still going to outspeed his Surfetch'd and his Sandaconda. The only thing I don't think will outspeed is the Dracovish, but I don't think Dracovish can kill us. So I think Blastoise is actually getting another kill here. Unless he's fast Surfetch, I think we're okay. Smashing Blastoise, absolutely putting in the finest of work, and the more things we take down here, the easier it is for Terrakion to just outright sweep. Or clean, I should say. We do also got Flapple. Flapple can set up on the Sandaconda, and we're going to see here if he's a banded Surfetch, or what he's kind of doing. I'm going to assume banded. He could absolutely be Scarf too, in which case he would guarantee outspeed us. We do outspeed with the Iron Ball and the +2. I don't know if this kills. Okay, just barely doesn't, but that is totally okay. He is going to close combat us, and we can absolutely super easily revenge this thing. So we've got Sandaconda, Surfetch, and Dracovish left. We do have a couple options that exist for us. Comfey is looking super solid in the late game. With the +2 speed and the Iron Ball, I'm thinking that Flapplesauce and Terrakion should both absolutely outspeed. That being said, do I want to go Flapple right now? Because Flapple looks absolutely phenomenal here in this endgame. So I don't think I can set up on this thing. But you know what? Let's increase Terrakion's kill count. I'm comfortable going Terrakion on this thing. I don't know specifically how the speeds work with Iron Ball and modifiers and blah blah blah. But we're just going to fire off a banded close combat. If he stays and sacks this thing, I'm totally okay with that. And we are absolutely okay with that. He's probably going to bring in Dracovish now to fire off a Vicious Vicious. We're just going to go into our Skunk Tank on this thing. And between the Rocky Helmet damage and the Aftermath, it should put it in range to where a Play Rough from Arcanine can kill it. If he wants to preserve it, that is totally fine as well. Yeah. So looking pretty good for the boys back home. Going the Skunk. I wanted to bring the Skunk Tank because why not? Honestly. Probably just gonna straight up die here, and then between the Aftermath and the Rocky Helmet, this thing takes fat damage. Do I want to try to set Flapplesauce, or do I want to go Arc? I don't know 100% if Play Rough is going to kill. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go Comfey, go for the Draining Kiss on this thing. If he wants to switch into Sandaconda, I can U-turn on it next turn into Flapple. And yeah, I think we're okay. I don't think Comfey kills from this range with the Draining Kiss, but I also don't think he knows that. Unless he's like AV or he's like a bulkier one. I'm just assuming it's Scarf because I think that's the only item people know how to run on this thing. Unless it's banded. So he does stay in. How much damage is he going to take from that? Okay. And we do go first, so we aren't going to take the double damage from Vicious Rend. So we should live this pretty comfortably. And then I think we can freely suck again with Comfey. I don't know if he's going to want to preserve this. I do think this is his win con, 100%. So I think he has to switch into Salazzle here. And then I think if he wants any chance of winning this, he has to, you know, if he's like a Coil, Sandaconda, or whatnot. Yeah, he's just going to let this thing die. And that's totally fine. Now, all my Mons in the back are physical, except for Comfey here. And I don't know what his Sandaconda spread is. If it is a Coil set, that can actually be pretty bad for us. So I think what I want to do is just go right... yeah, we're going to U-turn into Flapple, and then we will G-Max and hit him with the big boy grass move. Max Tartness. After we hit this, we'll see if it's Sand Spit. Maybe. Maybe I don't actually know how that ability works. I think this thing gets Scale Shot, and that could be a problem for us. Okay, so he just goes for the Iron Head. Does a decent amount of damage. And he is Leftovers, so I'll be honest, I didn't calc really anything going into this match except for pay attention to some speed tiers and whatnot. So we're gonna make Flapple big and hit this thing. Even if it's max HP, max defense, I don't think he lives this just because Life Orb Hustle is just so disgustingly strong. But if he does somehow live this, and if he hits us with 5 crit hits on Scale Shot or something, I'm confident that a quick attack from Banded Tracheon can kill. But looks like we won't have to worry about that. So that is going to be game. Very fast battle, kind of what I was hoping for. GG's to my opponent. Definitely a lot of fun. I do appreciate how patient he was with the scheduling of this, and I know he kind of wanted to battle a little earlier. So thank you so much for doing that. And that's gonna kind of be the battle. Keeping the win streak strong in the Rocket League, and I believe we got 2 more weeks now before playoffs. I think this win actually does solidify us for a playoff spot, which is awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Next week for week 9, it looks like we are playing the Hamanahuhas, which is a weird language for Las Vegas Luxrays. And yeah, that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep on rocking. This has been Roggin, and I am rollin'.